Classic, where Xander Cessna, one of their players, was the MVP. He's the motor of this squad, and like you said, they moved down to 1A. They started out hot, 7-0, went to Marion earlier this year also, and they beat Meridian, who is another top 1A school, by I think it was 49 points was the number I saw. So this is a team that is going to blow people out of the water. They are long. They have just an amazing team. They have no starter under 6 feet on this team right now.
They are 7-0 on the year. They beat Olney by 20. They beat Vincennes Lincoln by 8, Salem by 30, T-Town by 5. They destroyed OPH by like 50. I can't even do that math. They beat Meridian by 40 and South Knox by 20. They have not really been in all that many close ball games to this point in the season. Their coach is Brian McCrary, and he has got an undefeated Indians team here at the Hilltop tonight. But oh, the history between these two, dating back to the days of the North Egypt Conference. Of course, you rewind back to the undefeated state championship teams of these Indians, back-to-back twice state champions in the 70s and 80s. There have been some wars in this gym between these two. Mount Carmel just hopes to keep it close here tonight. This is our coach's pregame show presented by Glenn's Auto Service and Towing, located at Wabash 10 Avenue and Route 1 South. The next time you need a tow, call 263-3285. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, our interview with Aces head coach Kyle Buss. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine "so good to see you again" smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a new 2025 Ford F-150 with 0% financing or a Bronco for $499 a month on a 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a 2026 Pacifica, only $399 a month. Or lease a 26 Durango for $449 a month. See store for details. And go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
The holidays are a busy time, and keeping track of your spending can be easier than you think. With F&B Mobile Banking, you can monitor your purchases, set spending limits, and receive real-time alerts all from your phone. Whether you're shopping local, traveling, or checking out online, managing your money is simple, secure, and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Download F&B Mobile Banking from the App Store or Google Play, or visit your nearest branch to learn more about staying on budget this season and beyond. Track your holiday spending with F&B and enjoy a little extra peace of mind this holiday season. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here to the Hilltop before we get this one underway. Our coach's pregame interview presented by Glenn's Auto Service and Towing. Wabash 10 Avenue and Route 1 South. The next conversation with Coach Kyle Buss before this one. Here before the start of this one with Aces coach Kyle Buss, back into the fire of Little Illini Conference play, and boy, a tough task with state-ranked Lawrenceville in town.
Yeah, they're a really good team, undefeated, like you said, state-ranked. They got, they start 5 seniors, 6 foot, 6'3", 6'4", 6'4", 6'5". They all got length. They can all shoot it. They can all handle it. Definitely a tall task tonight, but we're going to do what we can to stay in the game and give us a chance late in the game to win it.
Well, you talk about Lawrenceville playing so well and so much hype about them, but it takes you back to the old days of Lawrenceville and the NEC days. And Mount Carmel tried to spring the upset back in the 1980s with Marty Simmons and crew here, but I tell you, it's tough when you go against a team that is so good all 1 through 5 across the board, and even beyond that.
Yeah, definitely. They just don't have any weaknesses. You watch film and you try to say, okay, well, we can do this or we can do that. And, there's some things that we think we can exploit, but, we can draw stuff up on a chalkboard, but, they're 16, 17-year-old kids that know how to make plays, and they protect the rim so well. They're shot blockers. They get out in passing lanes. So offensively, defensively, they're just very sound, very athletic, and they pose just a lot of different problems for us.
I know Kyle Buss enough to know the goal is to go out and win the game tonight, but beyond that, what's the goal for us tonight? Yeah,
kind of like I said at the end of the last game, right now with where we're at with our program, I want our kids to go out there and play as hard as they possibly can. So, if things do get out of hand, don't look at the scoreboard, look at the next possession, and try to make the right play in that possession, and just do everything you can to just fight. I don't like the thought of laying down and watching a team come into our place and dunks and 3-pointers and things like that. So I just want to play with a lot of pride and a lot of passion and energy tonight. And like I said, we'll just see what happens.
Tell me about starters tonight.
We'll roll back the same 5. We're a little smaller. We're starting Dean Belt in there. Red Andrews will kind of play the center spot, which he's not a true center. But I think just giving us an extra ball handler to handle some of their pressure that I'm expecting, I think will hopefully give us the right 5 to get us going.
All right, Coach, there's always a chance. Go get them tonight.
That's right. Thanks, Kyle.
That's Aces coach Kyle Buss. Starting lineups and play-by-play are next.
The holidays, all about togetherness. Which is why Subway is bringing all your holiday favorites together in one bite. Seasoned stuffing and sweet cranberry sauce, oven-roasted turkey, rotisserie-style chicken, and the Turhamkin. Introducing Subway's festive flavors. It's togetherness in a sandwich. Hurry to Subway, because unlike your guests, these subs won't stay too long. Festive flavors for a limited time only. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
We've got our Clark Griswolds out there, so we got the Christmas lights going up. So be careful, be mindful when you're up on the roof. There's power lines overhead, sometimes run over roofs or cleaning your gutters or anything like that. Be mindful of those power lines that are near or over the roofs or things that you're working on. To the Christmas displays, make sure that you use GFI receptacles on all outdoor displays for your protection and for protection of the kids around the house and everybody around too.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Back here to the hilltop, getting set for this one. The pinstripe-legged Lawrenceville Indians out warming up before the start of this one. They'll take on the Mount Carmel Golden Aces here tonight. The first game in Little Illini Conference play this year for Lawrenceville. Mount Carmel is 0-1 after losing to Marshall last week in their conference opener on the road. Things to think about for this one. Keys for Mount Carmel, Lawrenceville. What are we going to see here tonight?
Well, if I'm Mount Carmel, you have to win the rebounding battle. Defensively, you cannot allow second chance opportunities, and you're going to have to shut them down the first time they bring the ball down the floor. So you're giving them multiple opportunities. These are all good enough playmakers that every opportunity is probably going to be a score if they get a second chance. Then this Lawrenceville team is long. They're going to spread out the floor. They're going to protect the rim, and they're going to make you have to throw long passes. So have to throw strong, secure passes, not really leave them floating for very long, because this is a team that's going to go out and get it. And when they get to the other end and it's one on nobody, they're going to try to put the ball in the rim the fancy way of dunking it. Then on defensive end of the ball, one more thing, it's just you've got to get the ball out of their hands quick. You cannot let them just sit there and take you to the rim or take you wherever they want, because I don't know if Mount Carmel's big enough to guard these guys one-on-one. And offensively, once again, it's just going to be handling the pressure of this really, really strong Lawrenceville defense.
Well, Mount Carmel did not win a Little Illini Conference game last year, going 0 for the field. The Aces have started 0-1 in league play this year. That's 8 straight conference losses for Mount Carmel in boys basketball. They did win their final conference game against Paris. That was 2 years ago in the 23-24 campaign. It is time for the national anthem here at the Hilltop, so we're going to step away for 90 seconds. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school. And today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here. And so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
We have a tendency to try to make everything into one outlet or try to plug everything we can in as your Christmas displays and your lights and stuff. Outlets are designed for generally 15 amps or less. So make sure that you don't overload those outlets. Don't try to plug more than 2 cords into them. There's only 2 spaces there for a reason. Try to make sure that you space those loads out through your house. Make sure that you don't overload individual outlets or circuits.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way.
Time to meet the starting lineups here in this one tonight. The Lawrenceville Indians are in the road uniforms. The Road Reds trimmed in white. Mount Carmel will be in the home whites, trimmed in maroon and gold. Time to meet the senior-laden starters for the Lawrenceville Indians. And their head coach is Tad Scheck. Starting is number 4, the senior at 6 feet tall. He's the short one, Xander Cessna. Also starting out there is number 5, the 6'5 senior, Jaden Goff. Another starter is the 6'4 senior, 23, Noah Wilson. Also starting the 6'3 senior, number 30, Emery Ivers. And the final starter is the 6'4 senior, number 33, Jasek Mikowitz.
And you see Wilson and Cessna both being 6'4 and 6'5 apiece. Those are the 2 guys to watch, I think, the most tonight if you're Mount Carmel, as they are both very, very athletic wings. They're going to be able to stretch the floor. They're going to be able to shoot. And then the motor where it all runs is Xander Cessna. He was the Catholic Classic MVP. Does an amazing job handling the ball, keeping pressure, and getting this team running their stuff when they're in a position to score.
Just a few years ago, the Mount Carmel Golden Aces went up to Lawrenceville and knocked off a team that was ranked 5th in the state. They look to do something similar here. The Indians, by most accounts, ranked number 2 in Class 1A, behind the Cardinals of Woodlawn, who are ranked number 1. Wouldn't it be fun to see those 2 go at it at some point before postseason play?
Gotta hope the regional seeding works out.
Yeah. Now for the Golden Aces and head coach Kyle Buss. He will send out the junior, number 3. That is Shane Metter. Also starting for the Aces, the senior, number 5. That's Elliot Acree. Also starting tonight at a guard spot is the junior. That's number 10, Dean Belt. The sharpshooting junior guard is number 12, Owen Blake. He will start tonight. And your final starter inside, the senior, number 25, Red Andrews. The Aces want to go with more ball handlers, thus the lineup tonight against the Indians. Starting lineups presented in memory of co-founder of the Mount Carmel Sports Boosters, H.D. White, and his wife, Helen.
Yeah, you can pretty well count that they're going to come out in a 1-2-2 press. From what
I chose Wash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Sometimes a 1-2-2 on the defensive end of the ball. So having these guards trying to shoot them out of the zone quickly, make them match up in man-to-man where you should be quicker off the dribble and you should be able to get some looks inside even though they have the ability to contest your shots. You're able to keep it away from the rim, and hopefully Andrews does a good job inside.
It'll be Andrews jumping for the Aces. Goff doing the honors for the Indians. And this one is underway. Lawrenceville has it first. They move from right to left. Cessna on the drive to the basket. Block shot by Andrews, out of bounds to Lawrenceville.
Yeah, and as every player on this squad can shoot, you're seeing heavy contests outside. Cessna had a wide open wing, drive to the rim. Good job by Red Andrews to helping off.
Inbounding the ball. This is Goff in the corner, starting to drive. Mikowitz lost the ball, deflected out. Andrews gets his hands on another one.
Yeah, Aces going to have to sit in this man-to-man, play some really solid defense, make them uncomfortable.
2 cuts, 2 balls lost out of bounds by the Indians. They'll inbound it here. Mikowitz, he'll hand behind Cessna, rather Goff now. Mikowitz, that's a 3 for 33. Jacek Mikowitz, and Lawrenceville's out to a 3-0 lead.
He's 6'4", can really contest shots down low, and when he's spacing it out and hitting shots like that, it's tough.
2 good defensive possessions or sessions for the Aces, and then a Lawrenceville 3. Aces with it, their first trip on offense. Belt, right side, Blake. Back to Belt between the circles. Left side, it's Acree on the wing. And now Belt trying to dive down between 2. A 2-1-2 zone. Is that what I'm seeing here from Lawrenceville? It looks like it. Blake, now Belt. And now it's Acree. No real height inside for Mount Carmel, and here's a steal by Lawrenceville. Goff goes for the slam, and he blew it. Cessna gets the rebound. Trailing the play, that was Ivers. Indians reload. Cessna driving to the basket. Pass across the paint to Ivers. He's now out on the wing behind the arc line. Cessna pulls the trigger for 3, misses off the rim. Shane Metter hauls in the rebound.
This is what this 2-1-2 is going to do. It's going to make the Aces slow it down and throw a lot of passes across the floor. Saw the steal by Goff. He's got to finish that next time if you're a Lawrenceville Indian fan.
Aces with the basketball just need to be patient and wait for an open shot. Here is Belt. And Kyle Buss calls a timeout. I think he's telling his team, you got to move. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball, back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Tony. I graduated Wabash Valley College at Mount Carmel, and it was the best decision ever. It gave me the opportunity to go on the air almost immediately. Within about a week of starting the broadcasting program at Wabash Valley College, I was a DJ on 89.1 WVJC, and that on-air experience was invaluable to my future career and hiring potential.
Well, back to the hilltop. Max, you basically described Lawrenceville's philosophy, hurry up and wait.
Yeah, hurry up and wait. If they're going to miss a shot on the offensive end, it's going into man-to-man. Then if it's a set opportunity, we're going to see a 2-1-2 where they're going to make you slow everything down.
Belt on the dribble, throws it away. Lawrenceville intercepts the pass on the drive. It's Cessna. He'll lay it in, and Lawrenceville has a 5-0 lead. Here comes a little pressure.
That's 2 Aces turnovers now.
2 Aces turnovers, 2 Lawrenceville baskets. They lead at 5-0. We've got to get across the timeline in a hurry. Metter does with a pass to Blake. Quick pass ahead. Andrews, his shot blocked out of bounds.
Nats Mikowitz, he's a very, very good contester at the rim. And as we saw, he made a 3, so he's not a pure big man at 6'4".
Now Carmel got the ball down the court rather quickly, but Lawrenceville there to take care of it at the basket. Metter had his shot partially blocked on the way up that time, and now Lawrenceville works a pass ahead to Ivers in traffic. In the corner, Cessna starts to drive, can't get in, kicks it out top, Mikowitz, and now to Goff. Goff, right side on the wing, it's Ivers. Looking down low, Mikowitz. Back now to the cutter, Cessna dives in, gets fouled, and Xander Cessna will head to the free throw line. That's the game's first foul.
If you're a young player watching this right now and you want to play more, watch what Lawrenceville did right there. They got a rebound off a missed shot, and they pushed the ball up the floor with 4 people in the lanes running the floor with the person handling the ball. That was beautiful.
Cessna misses the first of 2 free throws. He'll shoot 1 more. That foul was on Shane Metter, his first. I'm always a history buff when it comes to things that are firsts, and for the first time in its history, shot clocks have run tonight in the gym at Mount Carmel High School. Both teams agreeing to run shot clocks in the JV game tonight. Mount Carmel won the JV game 39-35. Always good to get a win when you're involved with a first at home, and the Aces did. Shot clocks will be mandatory in all games next year. Second free throw for Cessna. He hit it at 6-0 Lawrenceville, and Kyle Buss has got to call another timeout to save possession. Timeouts brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball, back in 30.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Well, Mount Carmel has used 2 of its 5 timeouts in the first 3 minutes of the ball game. The last to try to save possession as Dean Belt was in trouble with a count on out top. Here is Shane Metter, right side. Owen Blake didn't quite get set to shoot and continues now to dribble. It was a teachable moment. Kyle Buss used it for the timeout. Acree, the lob, trying to go over the top of the taller Lawrenceville players and threw it away, looking for Andrews. Again, the Aces trying to rush it against the zone. Transition opportunity for Emery Ivers the other way. He hits it. 8-0 Lawrenceville.
They have active hands on defense. They fill the lanes well in transition. This is a really solid squad.
Kyle Buss has talked all season long about there will be growing pains implementing this system and really getting these guys back to fundamental basketball. And when you play a team like Lawrenceville, they are going to exploit those kinds of things, which they have done so far, as Blake fires a 3 from the corner off the back of the iron. No good. Best look for the Aces tonight. Rebound in Lawrenceville quickly the other way. It's Goff dribbling into a double now. Triple team. Somebody's open. It's Mikowitz for 3. No good. Rebound off a couple of bodies. Picked up by Acree, and here come the Aces.
Aces getting that defensive board, not allowing the second chance for this Lawrenceville team. They need to get one here to stop the bleeding.
3:35 to go first quarter. Aces looking to get on the board. Here is Andrews, and now out top Metter. Right side Belt. Aces moving a little quicker now. Circling out top Blake. Now back to Belt on the wing right side. Got a lane. Drives down toward the baseline. Circles back out top. He's going to get a 5 count. There it is. That's the teachable moment that Kyle Buss tried to correct the last time, and now we'll learn another lesson the harder way. The turnover comes. Belt checks out of the game, as does Acree. In for the Aces comes Elias Knapp and also the sophomore Wade Keepus. Both of them, Knapp and Keepus, are sophomores. 3:09 left, opening quarter, 8-0 Lawrenceville. This is Cessna now to the left side on the wing. Wilson, Noah Wilson, who checked in, Has it now, left side, starts to drive, got past Andrews, leaves it down underneath the basket. That's Ivers. Ball caroms out of bounds. Turnover Lawrenceville. The Aces will get it.
Yeah, we're going back to Dean Belt's 5-second call there, is they play with their hands so stinking wide, Kyle. They keep them out there. They're all long. They're all going to have their hands in passing lanes, making it difficult for you to just throw the ball. So they're going to get in this 2-1-2 here. Cessna just ran to the locker room and hope this is one that Mount Carmel has to take advantage of.
Well, and for Dean Belt, you know, obviously he knows he's going to be closely guarded, but this is a different kind of lanky Lawrenceville team that you're not used to seeing. Those 5 counts come from that far out as ball taken away from Elias Knapp. The Indians have it the other way. Goff pulls out on the wing, down inside. Mikowitz to the basket for 2. He's got 5 of the Indians' 10, and Mount Carmel has spotted Lawrenceville 10 to start the game. 2:19 to go, first quarter, 10-0 Indians. Into the paint, or top of the key rather. That is a pass that is caught by Owen Blake, and he is fouled. The first Indian foul of the game goes on Mikowitz. And it'll be Ace's ball on the sideline in front of the Lawrenceville bench.
And against this 2-1-2, it's got to be a quick pass to one, quick skip to the one side, get it back to the middle, and have cutters where you're going to score in transition.
Here is Shane Metter. He's going to will his way to the basket. Got the defender. Airborne, hits the shot, counted, and the foul.
That's about the best way you can open up the scoring for your squad. A good and one where you take it to the rim really strong against a defender who is 6'5" to you're about 5'11".
He said, I'm just going to go to the basket and see what happens. Did Metter. He got down there, got Goff airborne, came up to shoot, hit the shot, got the foul, and now the free throw. The three-point play for Metter, and the Aces are within 7. 2 minutes left in the first period. Here is Ivers on the baseline. His pass nearly knocked away. Wilson somehow got it, but stutter-stepped and traveled, and it'll be Aces basketball.
Yeah, and right now the ball's going out of bounds. They're going to set up in the 2-1-2, or actually, I don't know. They're going between the 2-1-2 and a matchup press a lot, and it's almost getting confusing for me up here.
Across the timeline for the Aces, that is Wade Keepus on the dribble, the sophomore. Stays on the dribble. He's at the top of the key. Now looks it over to Blake on the left side. He is covered up, starts to drive. Good spin into the paint. Again, got 2 defenders airborne, but couldn't pull the trigger. And now it's back to Keepus. The Aces reload with 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Blake. Down in near the corner on the wing, it's Andrews. Now back to Metter out top to Keepus. Keepus, left side, long pass, but Metter got there. And he'll start to drive back inside, gets to the paint, elevates, just missed the shot. Rebound Lawrenceville. Here's Ivers, he'll hand it off. That's Cessna in the corner. The quick pass goes to Wilson. He'll drive backside, layup is good. Noah Wilson on the board.
Using his length to get around the rim and use the rim to protect himself from Andrews' contest. Really great take there from Noah Wilson.
12-3 Indians. Mount Carmel trying to solve the backcourt pressure. Metter's got to get it across the timeline. Will with a pass to Keepus. 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's 12-3 Lawrenceville. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. 30 seconds on the clock. Here's Keepus out top on the dribble. Pass just does get free to Owen Blake. Blake looks to inside to Knapp. Lawrenceville's able to knock it away. It's out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Aces with 22 seconds.
Aces, this has got to be a shot with under 5 seconds left, because anything, this team is running in transition, and that is where they're best, is running the floor.
The challenge for Mount Carmel is you got to keep possession of the ball against a very good defense in Lawrenceville to get it under 5, and there we're going to throw it away on the inbounds pass. It's stolen by Lawrenceville. This could be fun. Noah Wilson slams it home, and it's 14-3. Lawrenceville leads by 11, 12 seconds left in the quarter. Metter working against 2 defenders out top, stands in the center circle. Across the timeline, here's Blake, pulls the trigger for 3, and it's good. Owen Blake for 3 to end the first quarter. After 1, Lawrenceville 14, Mount Carmel 6. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball. Back in 1 minute.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
It's holiday season with great deals at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get up to $13,300 off on a new 2025 Jeep Cherokee L or a 26 Ram 1500 with 0% financing for 60 months. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
We go to the second quarter here at the Hilltop, 14-6 Lawrenceville. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. After one quarter of seeing Lawrenceville play, this team is really good, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're really long. They sit back. They're patient. They're going to make you turn the ball over. They sit really well. They read stuff kind of like our girls team does, Kyle, where they're going to make you throw long passes and they jump it. And in transition, this team's offense goes up tenfold.
I am not belittling Lawrenceville's offense at all, but they've not really had to work that much on offense simply because of their defense. Same spot as a moment ago. Owen Blake hits a 3. If he gets hot, that could change the game. And it's a 2-possession game. Tad Schick is furious. Lawrenceville calls timeout. Timeout brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Aces Basketball. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The holidays are a busy time, and keeping track of your spending can be easier than you think. With F&B mobile banking, you can monitor your purchases, set spending limits, and receive real-time alerts all from your phone. Whether you're shopping local, traveling, or checking out online, managing your money is simple, secure, and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Download F&B mobile banking from the App Store or Google Play, or visit your nearest branch to learn more about staying on budget this season and beyond. Track your holiday spending with F&B and enjoy a little extra peace of mind this holiday season. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tad Schick didn't like it, called timeout, fixed it, and we're back to action. Aces get a steal, though, on Lawrenceville's possession out of the timeout. It's Keepus. He's trying to do too much. Got his pocket picked. A steal for Lawrenceville. Cessna misses the lay-in. Ball is out of bounds. It'll go to Mount Carmel.
Yeah, and we'll go back. Tad Schick obviously not happy with how his team played defense there. Did not let his 5 starters go to the bench. He sat them down, got in a huddle of just him and his starters and talked it over. Aces have to use that to get back. Look for Owen Blake to have another opportunity for 3 here.
Well, Carmel was down 10-0 before they got on the board. Here is Acree inside, whistle and a foul. That will go against Lawrenceville, it looks like. It's on Emery Ivers, it is. That's his first, and Elliot Acree goes to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And Kyle, the one thing similar between a good onion and a good play is they both have layers. Right there, Owen Blake, they've had that same look of him on that skip pass over off an Elliot Acree screen. This time he slips, takes it to the rim, gets there, gets fouled.
They can also make you cry if it's that good. Second free throw, Acree hits them both, and Mount Carmel has scored the first 5 of the second quarter to make this a 1-possession, 3-point game a minute in to the second quarter. Kyle Buss trying to get the fans to get energized. They should be. Here's a 3 left side, Wilson off target. Keepus gets the rebound. He'll slow it up, and we'll get it ahead to Metter. Metter is on the right side on the wing. Out top now to set the play. Mount Carmel could tie with a 3-ball. They were down 8 at the end of the quarter. Metter nearly had it stolen away, and he gets fouled. As Lawrenceville playing for the steal after Metter was a little loose with the dribble, and Mikowitz has just picked up his second foul.
Looks like they're going to bring in number 10, Hunter Gray, for him, but the Aces have switched into a 2-3 now on the defensive end. This is a shooting team, but they prioritize getting to the rim and kicking out for open looks. So I think this is something that we're going to see to try to take away a lot of those driving kicks.
Blake will inbound it way out top to Keepus, and now to Metter. Metter to Acree between the circles. Out top. Starts to drive. Acree pulls up at the foul line. Needs help. Gets the ball to Blake. Barely. Lawrenceville got a hand on it. Wilson knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Mount Carmel.
Once again, Mount Carmel has to take advantage of this possession because anything where Lawrenceville is going to be able to get in an offset offense or just run in transition is really, really difficult for the Aces.
Not only have the Aces, there's a foul on Lawrenceville again, and Cessna complaining to the official about it.
And Kyle, I'm going to be honest, this is not an official I would complain about too many calls to. Cessna needs to be careful.
It'll be his first. That's the third on Lawrenceville. We're not 2 minutes in to the second quarter. And the official has spotted blood on Shane Metter's jersey. So they are sending him to the trainer on the sideline. Is he bleeding from his, he said, where is it at? He's not sure where it's at. They are looking him over.
He's not bleeding. If you look at Cessna, he has a little wrap on his right hand middle finger. I'm guessing that there's blood that came from there and got on his jersey. Or he also has a wrap now on his left forearm that I'm guessing has gotten blood onto Shane Metter's jersey.
Well, Shane Metter is no longer going to be number 3. He is going to be
number 20, it looks like.
A different number. So Xavier Matcham gives up his jersey, and Shane Metter is now number 20. Aces will inbound it after the delay, and here is number 20, Shane Metter. He'll drive, he'll elevate, and miss the shot. Lawrenceville gets the rebound, preserving a 3-point lead. Mount Carmel scores the first 5 of the quarter, but they've scored 8 unanswered here. Blake hit the 3 to end the quarter, and the Aces have scored 5 since. Kick out top. Not able to get a shot off his Goff. He'll work it inside. Extra pass to the low block. Now to the corner to Wilson. He's out on the wing. The Hilltop is getting loud. Right side, Cessna. Cross-court pass on the wing to Wilson. Out top, bombs away for 3. That is good. Defender in the face. And Jaden Goff's first basket ends an 8-point Mount Carmel run and puts Lawrenceville up by 6.
And you're not going to have a good chance contesting that. 6'5" with a high release. That is a really salty basketball player.
Blake is on the dribble. Right side, out on the wing, it's Acree. 5:18 to go, second quarter. Acree double team. And now it's Andrews. Back to Acree. Out top now to Metter to get a new play in from the Aces sideline. Mount Carmel within 6. We've been as close as 3 after giving Lawrenceville a 10-0 lead to start the game. This is a state-ranked number 2 ball club in Class 1A. Left side, it's Keepus. Out top to Metter. Back to Keepus now. Keepus. Metter. 3. Good.
Maybe the change needs to be permanent, Kyle, as Shane Metter just knocks down her first 3 of the game.
He's got 6, and the Aces back to within 3. 4.5 to go. Goff pulls the trigger again from deep. It's back-to-back threes in Lawrenceville possessions for Jaden Goff.
Jaden Goff's going to shoot him out of the 2-3 zone himself.
And now Metter just traveled in the backcourt. Kyle Buss disagrees. Lawrenceville will get it on the turnover by Mount Carmel in the backcourt. Somebody's got to inbound it, though, for the Indians, and it will be Hunter Gray. 4:21 to go in the first half. Thanks for joining us tonight on WSJD Princeton Mount Carmel, News Channel 15 and my15news.com. Heat check for Goff. He missed the 3 from the corner. Acree, that's probably a palm that wasn't called. He's driving all the way down inside, forces contact, and will go to the line.
They called it on the ground, but Acree probably got away with the carry and then may have gotten away with the charge.
So it is no shot, but it is the second foul on Emory Ivers, and it'll be Aces ball out of bounds. Here I am keeping score with an ink pen again. Inbounds pass goes into the student section. Aces turn it over. Lawrenceville gets it right back.
Aces have got to do a better job of moving to get open. They're standing still and just allowing them to stand there and guard them. They've got to cut off the ball and move around because you're not going to score if you're not going to do that.
Halfway through the second period, 20-14 Lawrenceville. Wilson in the corner. Gets it out top. That's Gray. Now right side, Cessna back to Gray. And now that ball thrown off a foot. Mount Carmel has it. Metter's in the front court. Kicks to Acree. Acree on the dribble toward the low block. Kicks it out. Metter. Ooh, couldn't get the pass free to Blake in time. He was open to take a three. Now Acree on the right side. Dribbles down. Lost the ball on the way to the basket. It will stay with Mount Carmel.
And that's a matchup that I'd like to see a little bit more. Elliot Acree has Hunter Gray on him, and I think the weight difference there is probably about 40 pounds. Elliot Acree needs to take him to the rim, post him up every once in a while, and make him work on the defensive end of the ball.
Aiden Winningham checking into the Lawrenceville lineup as Blake will trigger it inbounds from the baseline for the Aces. Gets it into Rhett Andrews all the way out top. Now to Acree on the left wing, well out there. Acree, he nearly had it picked, and now it's Metter. Now Keepus. Aces all this well out on the perimeter. Now to Acree right side. Acree starts to drive, kicks it back out. Top key three. Blake missed it off the back of the iron. Long rebound to Andrews, and the Aces reload it. Blake stands in the center circle with the ball. Now to the right side, it's Acree. He'll drive toward the top of the key. Kicks it back out near the timeline. That's Metter. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Metter, top of the key, stays on the dribble. Needs help. Finds Blake, back to Metter. Aces within 6, 20-14. They've outscored Lawrenceville 8-6 in this third quarter, or second quarter, I should say. Bounce pass intended for Keepus is stolen away. It's Gray driving, layup good.
Got to be strong with those passes. They do such a good job of sitting back, timing stuff up, and picking it away. It has to be strong with two hands, and it's got to get there.
Now the quarter score is evened up at 8 apiece. Lawrenceville by 8, 2:19 to go before halftime. Left side, Owen Blake got free. Pull-up jumper, baseline, good. Owen Blake answers right back for the Aces. 6-point game. Here's Gray, now Winningham. Winningham, extra pass, Gray open, three, missed it. Rebound backside for Goff, offensive board. Double teamed on the baseline. Gray, extra pass to the top, Cessna. Right wing, it's Wilson, covered up there. Double teamed, in fact. Skip pass across to Gray. Touch pass to the corner, Winningham. Back to Gray for three. Kaboom.
When a team moves the ball well against a 2-3 zone, there are going to be so many open looks, and it's so hard to rebound off that backside. Aces have got to be better about rotating and getting somebody, a body on somebody on the backside.
Gray, the third Indian player to hit a three in this game. They've hit 3 in the quarter, 4 in the game. They lead now by 9. 1:20 to go before halftime. Metter out top. Blake guarded there by Gray. Now Metter bombs away, 3. Front iron, no good. Lawrenceville the rebound. Cessna pulls it down. He'll work towards the timeline and across that mark. The pass ahead, left side, Wilson. 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound, Lawrenceville. It's Goff. He'll come back out. Cessna for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Metter fighting for it. Has it. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. Acree on the dribble. Kicks it out to Blake. Out top, Metter. Metter starts to drive. In traffic. Layup is good.
Such a strong take there from Shane Metter, getting it up high to keep it away from the trees and making just a strong finish at the rim.
Aces within 7. Out top, Cessna. Right side, Gray. Pulling the trigger underneath the foul line is Goff, no good. Metter, the rebound from Mount Carmel. Leaves it behind to Acree. 20 seconds left, and the Aces will likely look for one shot. The deficit 7. Metter on the dribble, 10 seconds. Metter fouled out top, and that's the 5th on Lawrenceville. And Shane Metter is going to have free throws. The foul's on Winningham. That's his first. No fouls in the quarter against Mount Carmel, but that's the 5th on the Indians. And Metter to the line. He's 1 for 1 tonight.
That's the con of playing such aggressive defense and the pro of playing a zone defense. Zone, you're not going to pick up near as many fouls as you're not matched up as often. In a really aggressive man, you're going to pick up more just because you're playing such aggressive on-ball defense.
Metter's free throw is good, and the Aces are within 6. Now Carmel is set to get Chase Wiggins in if Metter can hit the second free throw. 7 seconds exactly on the clock before halftime. Metter's second free throw is good. He hit them both. Here comes the change as Wiggins is in. Metter with one foul. The only player with a foul from Mount Carmel is out. 25-20 Lawrenceville. 7 seconds left. They have the ball. It's into Winningham with 6, now 5. Winningham ahead to Cessna with 3, with 2. It's Winningham for 3. Back iron, no good. And how about the second quarter for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces? They were down 10-0 to number 2 ranked Lawrenceville before they scored their first points. And since that point, they've outscored Lawrenceville 20-15. But they trail by 5 at halftime. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
My name is Alexis Johnson. I'm from Brookston, Indiana, and I'm in the physical therapy assistant program at Wabash Valley College. Some of the hands-on activities we have in the physical therapy assistant program is we work on each other, getting that practice in the school setting, and then we also go to clinicals. We go out and work on actual patients with actual employees and just getting hands-on with your patients. After graduating, I plan on going back to my community, working in a hospital setting, maybe a nursing home, and just helping those people around me.
We have a tendency to try to make everything into one outlet or try to plug everything we can in as your Christmas displays and your lights and stuff. Outlets are designed for generally 15 amps or less. So make sure that you don't overload those outlets. Don't try to plug more than 2 cords into them. There's only 2 spaces there for a reason. Try to make sure that you space those loads out through your house. Make sure that you don't overload individual outlets or circuits.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
The holidays, all about togetherness. Which is why Subway is bringing all your holiday favorites together in one bite. Seasoned stuffing and sweet cranberry sauce, oven-roasted turkey, rotisserie-style chicken, and the Turhamkin. Introducing Subway's festive flavors. It's togetherness in a sandwich. Hurry to Subway, because unlike your guests, these subs won't stay too long. Festive flavors for a limited time only. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Back here at halftime, it is time for the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime show. Keep Us Funeral Home, 1500 North Cherry Street in Mount Carmel. We have been singing Lawrenceville praises all night. They deserve them, but so does Mount Carmel's performance since the very start of this game.
Yes, Lawrenceville went out on that 10-0 run where they dominated on the defensive side of the ball. Mount Carmel wasn't able to figure out that 2-1-2. When they went into man, Mount Carmel's having a really hard time against the man. But man, did they figure something out late. It all started with a Shane Metter, took it to the rim himself, was able to get Goff in the air, went up, finished the and one basket. Then right before halftime, Owen Blake knocked down a big-time 3 to respond to Noah Wilson's big dunk in the corner. Then we go to this second quarter where the Aces outscored them 14-11 in the quarter. And as you said, they're outscoring them 20-15 since that 10-0 run. Shane Metter has 10, Owen Blake has 8. That's 18 of the 20 points. If those two continue to stay hot, Mount Carmel is going to hopefully win this game.
At least keep it close. That's, as you heard what Kyle Buss told us before the start of this game. You know, you want to go out, you want to win every game you play. There's no doubt about that. But if you can keep this score respectable against one of the state's teams, that's going to go a long ways toward making this team believe what they can achieve, as well as kind of send some shockwaves throughout the conference. It's only halftime. There's a lot more basketball to go, but you got to be impressed and tip your cap to Kyle Buss and the Golden Aces about how they've handled the second-ranked Indians here at halftime, despite trailing by 5. Some bright spots for the Aces. How about the scoring?
Yeah, we'll start out with the Lawrenceville Indians as we'll just go Emery Ivers. He has 2. Xander Cessna has 3. He had all those in the first quarter. Noah Wilson with 4. Then Hunter Gray has 5, and Jaden Goff has 6, where he tried to take him out of the 2-3 zone himself by knocking down 2 threes back-to-back. Then you go over to the aces. Elliot Acree has 2, Owen Blake has 8, and Shane Metter has 10. Shane Metter also has a jersey change to number 20, but he's continued to shoot the ball very well, get the ball to the rim very well, and he finishes through contact better than most for his size.
Metter, remember, he ended the scoring drought for Mount Carmel to start this game by driving right to the rack amongst the trees for Lawrenceville, forcing the contact, getting the foul, and hitting the free throw. Mount Carmel's first points came at 2:05 to go in the first quarter, and since that point, Mount Carmel has outscored Lawrenceville 20-15 in the ball game. They trail by 5. We're at halftime. This is the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime show. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with more from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school, and today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here, and so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head? Or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
The Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report rolls on here from the Hilltop. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. At the break, it's Lawrenceville 25 and Mount Carmel 20. What does Mount Carmel need to do to sustain that measure of success that they've seen since about the 2-minute mark to play in the first period?
Well, first of all, they've cut down on the turnovers. They've handled the ball a lot better, and they have not just thrown those lackluster passes across the court that are easy to pick off. They've been stronger with the ball, they've taken time, and they've just gotten the ball to their spots. And then, once again, it's going to be getting the ball to the high post, having people in the short corner, making them rotate in weird situations, and getting the ball down low and then still be able to work it out high. If you catch a zone in rotation, you're always better than if you're letting a zone stay set up. Then on the defensive side of the ball, this 2-3 zone, they've done a very solid job in it so far. They tried to shoot them out of it very quickly, but they did a good job of getting back into rotation. They're not over-helping where they're taking themselves out of position on defensive rebounds and giving them second chance opportunities. So really the big three are rebounds, not turning the ball over, and just a consistent offensive attack.
Of note, Shane Metter is more comfortable wearing number 3. He has got the blood on the uniform taken care of. Not sure how you can send a jersey through the laundromat that quickly, but he's back out there in number 3 to start the second half.
Trainer's got a little spray that's pretty cool, so I think that's what they had to have done.
You know, you and I were reminiscing before the game about some of the history of this gymnasium. I went back and showed him a clip of Archie Dees playing on this very floor. Back in that time frame, when there was blood on the floor, you just grabbed a rag and wiped it up and you moved on. There was a stretch here, 20 years ago, when there was blood on the floor. It called for an act of Congress. You had to stop the game. You had to get the spray. You had to whatever. But now, somewhere in the middle is where we have landed with all of that. But Shane Metter back out in number 3, no longer number 20. That's also good news for the Aces' Xavier Matcham, who's back in his jersey that he had given up for Shane to wear there for a time. About to start the second half here, Lawrenceville 25 and Mount Carmel 20. And speaking of history, Scott Allen tells me the story of when Marty Simmons and crew were playing here in the 1980s and Ron Felling was the coach. Bobby Knight was in this gym recruiting Marty Simmons, who did go on to play at Indiana for Coach Knight. Side note, I understand that an athlete from Wabash Valley College in a speech class this week said, "Who is Bobby Knight?" I'm like, good grief, what have we come to in this world? But nonetheless, Bobby Knight recruiting Marty Simmons in this gym on a night Ron Felling is coaching, a fiery coach on the sidelines. Bill Guerin, the Mount Carmel coach, not nearly as fiery. Oh, but on that night he was. He rips off the jacket. The Aces had a lead late. This place was rocking. Lawrenceville, as state champions do, found a way to win that game here at the Hilltop. But there have been some epic battles between these two teams throughout history. Throw out the records a lot of the times when Mount Carmel and Lawrenceville will play, and who knows how this one will end. Mount Carmel has kept it close through one half. Lawrenceville starts with possession here in the third quarter, up by 5. Ivers and Mikowitz both back out there. Both got in some foul trouble, picked up 2 fouls in the first half. Only 1 foul against the Aces in the entire first half of play. Aces come out aggressive defensively, get their hand on a couple of passes, but Lawrenceville maintains possession. Pass out top to Ivers. Back on the right side, it's Goff. Goff, that lob is off the hands of Acree and out of bounds. Unfortunate that the Aces couldn't grab that one because they had played defense well enough to earn a turnover, just couldn't grab a hold of it.
Yeah, Aces coming out in a really tough man-to-man where they're sending a lot of traps, and they're going to make you have to throw the long pass across the floor.
There's Keepus intercepting the pass. He'll slow it up. He'll flip to Metter, and the Aces do ultimately get the takeaway. Mount Carmel feeling like they can really go after the ball here a little bit with a lot of fouls to give. Only 1 on the Aces in the entire game. Here's Acree. Hands off to Metter. Kicks now Acree. Looking to drive it inside. A little unsure with the ball. Back out, inside out. Metter 3 left it short. Lawrenceville gets the rebound. Good look for the Aces and a chance there to make it a 1-possession game. Back to look goes Lawrenceville. On the left side, Mikowitz, who's back out there. Now Wilson. Wilson between 3, now 4, and there's another steal. Keepus picks it off the deck.
Aces went back in that 2-3, and they're going to try to make you turn the ball over with a lot of traps.
2 Lawrenceville turnovers in their first 2 possessions of the second half. Now it's Acree. No look pass inside. Andrews missed it, and they're going to call goaltending on Lawrenceville. Count it for Andrews.
I don't know.
I didn't see that myself, but we'll take it.
Yeah, you got to take any points you can get, as they do have just a lot of guys who are going to be able to contest the ball at the rim. I'm guessing it was over the cylinder as he went up to touch it, or it was on its way back down.
The Aces are within 3, 6:30 to go, third quarter. And now trapping, Keepus got a little greedy and gets the foul. Lawrenceville fans giving the officials a little bit of a smirking clap, as that's the first foul of the half against Mount Carmel. There were 7 fouls called against Lawrenceville in the first half, if you're keeping track. Cessna between the circles. Pass just does get between 2 to Wilson. Now shovels at baseline. Ivers puts up the shot. He's fouled. And Emory Ivers will go to the line for a couple of free throws.
Now that the Aces are in that 2-3, this Lawrenceville squad's doing exactly what the Aces need to do against the 2-1-2. They got the ball to Noah Wilson in the high post. He was able to pivot, get that look to the short corner. Aces had to recover hard and pick up a foul.
Ivers missed the free throw. He'll have one more. Lawrenceville is 1 of 3 at the free throw line in the game. Ivers' second free throw rattles home. Lawrenceville's on the board in the third quarter, and they have I believe it's a 3-point lead. It says 4 on the scoreboard. Is it 4? It might be 4. It is 4. Here's Keepus, left side on the drive. Down toward the baseline, can't get in. Out top now, Metter. Metter finds Acree at the elbow on the left side. Back to Metter, top of the key. Backs away from pressure, finds Acree. Back near the volleyball line. And now it's Blake. Aces being patient, down by 4. 5:38 left, third quarter. Now Metter takes it back to the center circle. Starts to spin. Metter kicks it behind. That's Acree. Acree, a little loose with the ball, but now it's Metter. And Mount Carmel being patient. Mikowitz comes out aggressively on Metter, but Metter is all right. He's used up the dribble, flips to Acree now. Acree looks to take off against Cessna. Now needs help. Acree finds Andrews, slashing to the basket for the lay-in. Mount Carmel's within 2.
Always a back door if you're going to help too hard, as Mount Carmel gets it back to the smallest lead of the game since that first 3.
And now a turnover as Keepus dives to save possession, and Lawrenceville commits the foul. And Mount Carmel has a chance to tie or take the lead. The foul, by the way, is the 3rd on Ivers. He'll check out. Aces will inbound it. It's into Metter in the backcourt. 26-24, Lawrenceville. Again, the Indians scored the first 10 of the game. Metter gets a lane, drives down, layup, good! And 1. And 1 to come for Metter. Count it, and the foul.
First time tied up since 0-0, Kyle. The Aces now have outscored them. What would that be?
26-15. I'm keeping track over here.
Wow.
Metter, and 1 free throw. Aces lead. The Aces lead Lawrenceville. 4:40 to go, third quarter. This place is rocking. Cessna dribbling left side, cross-court pass. Mikowitz looking it inside to Goff. He's fouled. Acree wanted a jump ball, didn't get the call. Acree's the foul. That's his first.
I don't know if Acree got there in time, and then it definitely wasn't a shooting foul. If it was anything, it was on the ground, as it looked more like he was coming down as he was getting ready to go shoot the ball.
Inbounding Lawrenceville. Goff in the corner. Set shot 3. Wilson doesn't take it. Dribbles into the 2-point shot and hits. Lawrenceville back in front. Lawrenceville by 1, 28-27. Keepus in the front court. Now Metter. Metter behind the back with a dribble. Takes off down inside. Puts it up. It is going to roll out. Oh, they call a travel, not a foul. Oh, my goodness. They call a travel, not a foul.
My only guess is going to be that the travel probably preluded the foul, as he was right about his third step.
Halfway through the third quarter, it's a 1-point Lawrenceville lead. Left side, Mikowitz playing with 3 fouls. Cross-court pass to Gray. Out top, Cessna. Looks it inside, Wilson. Pulls the trigger from there and hits. Wilson's got 4 in this third quarter, and Lawrenceville's back to a 3-point lead. 3:39 left in the third quarter. Keepus in the front court, working his way down to the basket. Missed the lay-in. Lawrenceville the rebound. Goff has it. The other way. Ooh, how's that not a walk? Goff takes the three, missed it. It's caroming toward the sidelines. They're going to say it's out of bounds, and it'll be Mount Carmel basketball.
Anytime you have somebody that can shoot the mid-range against a 2-3 zone, it's going to make it really hard to defend. But right there, if I'm Lawrenceville, you've got to slow it down. Mount Carmel, honestly, even if you is 30-27, they have all the momentum right now simply because it is a three-point game. You have two starters with 3 fouls. Everything is seeming to go Mount Carmel's way. You have got to slow it down.
Keepus will inbound it. Here is Metter in the backcourt. 30-27 Lawrenceville. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. 3:14 left, third period. Metter gets a lane into contact. Defender airborne. It rolls out again for Metter, but he's back at the line. No travel this time. He'll shoot 2.
Metter does such a good job of using his body, using a pump fake, and getting his defenders in the air.
Metter will shoot 2 more free throws. Can pull the Aces back to within a point. Metter's first rattles home. 14 points for Shane Metter. He's got half of the Aces' 28. A chance to make it a 1-point game. On the way, got it. Aces within 1, 3:09 left, third quarter. Hilltop rocking once again. Gray, out top, Cessna. Right side, Winningham. Jump pass out top, back to Cessna. Back to Winningham. 3 steps out from the volleyball from the three-point line. Might as well been the volleyball line. Winningham, it's the shot, his first basket tonight. Lawrenceville by 4. Here's Keepus. A little loose with the dribble, gets the pass now to Metter. Metter, another dive inside. Off the other side of the basket, it's good again for Metter. 2-point game. 2:20 to go. 33-31 Lawrenceville. Cessna, I think they just missed Winningham on a travel. I think he slid the pivot foot delivering the pass. It's now back to Cessna, right side wing. Looks it inside, a no-look pass. Everybody collapsing down. Whistle before the shot. A foul on the Aces. I think it'll be on Blake.
Yeah, Blake getting in there, getting in on that trap. Got his hands in there. I would have rather him keep his hands wide or keep his hands up where you are able to just get your hands in the passing lanes and make it difficult on this offense.
Second foul on Blake, 4th on the Aces. 3-point shot flies Lawrenceville no good. What's the call here? A foul on a 3-point shot on Lawrenceville. On the Aces, the foul. Don't like that. Goff was at the line to shoot 3. Free throw number 1 is good.
I guess I just wasn't paying close enough attention. I didn't see it. Did he land in the same area?
I have no idea.
I was watching the ball.
I thought I heard a whistle, and then I thought it was a shoe squeak, and we were playing on, and then I saw the foul, and it is the second on Acree, by the way. And Goff has hit the first 2 of 3 free throws. The third is on the way. It is good. He hit all 3. And Lawrenceville spins a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. 36-31 Indians by 5. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
The holidays, all about togetherness. Which is why Subway is bringing all your holiday favorites together in one bite. Seasoned stuffing and sweet cranberry sauce, oven-roasted turkey, rotisserie-style chicken, and the Turhamkin. Introducing Subway's festive flavors. It's togetherness in a sandwich. Hurry to Subway, because unlike your guests, these subs won't stay too long. Festive flavors for a limited time only. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Well, we're back at the Hilltop. And whoever is bleeding needs to stop bleeding, because now Keepus is out of the game, headed to the trainer's office. He's not bleeding, but he's got blood on his jersey. I think you need to find out who's bleeding and get them out of the game, because we're running out of jerseys. Dean Belt has checked back in for the Aces as Keepus tends to the bloody uniform. Pass from Belt back to Metter, working toward the timeline. Metter needs to clear the timeline and will not do it. 10-second count, turns the ball over, and on cue, Keepus is back out there. Belt is to the bench.
Right now, we'll just...
You know, it's unfair because Lawrenceville's wearing red jerseys. They've probably got blood everywhere.
They may all be bleeding.
That may be why they have red. We've now found it out after all these years why Lawrenceville went with red uniforms. Here is Winningham, 3. That's off the mark. Rebound to Keepus and the Aces. Down 5 is Mount Carmel with 1:35 to go here in the third quarter. Blake goes all the way around the basket, flips it out top to Keepus as the Aces reload. Keepus starts to drive. The floater, too high. Andrews the rebound. Back up with it. Shots up, no good. Rebound, Lawrenceville. Couple of good looks. Mount Carmel just couldn't cash in. Cessna thought about it. Winningham now left side. Wilson drives, whistle, contact, a foul, and that's Mount Carmel is over the limit on fouls here in the third quarter. I think the official's still sorting it out. That foul is on Shane Metter. That is his second. The Aces now have committed 6 fouls in the half. Lawrenceville 3. And now the officials are getting together to talk about I don't know what. It was not on Metter. Instead they call it on Acree. That's his third. I'm not sure that we like that exchange.
No, don't exactly, as you get one guy from 2 fouls to another guy with 3, especially getting late in this game where you may end up having to foul a little bit.
I'm not sure that the coaching staff of Mount Carmel realizes that it's switched. The free throw was no good from Wilson.
Oh, and it probably was a foul on Acree. I'm not going to argue because he did basically just slam him on the ground. But
Mount Carmel has not made a change to pull Acree from the game, and I don't think that they know on the bench that that change has been made.
It's late enough into the third quarter that usually those aren't going to get called.
Second free throw, nearly an air ball, but the Indians get the offensive board but throw it away, and Mount Carmel has it down 5, a minute to play in the third quarter. Possession arrow does favor the Aces. There's Acree, didn't catch the pass cleanly, and then he's standing out of bounds as he looked to throw it back into a teammate. It goes off his body and out of bounds. If Acree catches that pass cleanly, he's shooting an open layup. Instead of Mount Carmel turnover. Lawrenceville back to work. They look at inside. Andrews nearly picked it away from Wilson. Corner 3, Cessna on the way, good. Xander Cessna hits the first 3 he's made tonight, and they've opened up an 8-point lead. Now have Lawrenceville. 30 seconds left, third quarter. Here's Acree. Acree looking for Keepus. He's got it now with 22 seconds. Again, Mount Carmel gets the ball to start the fourth quarter, barring a held ball in the last 19 seconds. Inside, it's Andrews, and they're going to call a held ball. And the possession arrow will stay with Mount Carmel. I don't know who the official is on the baseline, but I think every time he's blown his whistle tonight, it's benefited Lawrenceville. Not saying that he's doing that on purpose. It's just every time he's blown his whistle tonight, it's gone against the Aces. Blake will inbound at baseline. Out top, Andrews, and he threw it away. It's Lawrenceville. Cessna driving layup, no good. Tip follow will go for Lawrenceville. 7 seconds. Aces are not in a hurry. The clock is whittling away. Here's Metter. He'll launch ahead of the horn for 3, no good. And that is the end of the quarter. Scoreboard check from Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. Lawrenceville 41, Mount Carmel 31 from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
As a faculty member, Wabash Valley College was the best decision ever. I've always been excited to return back to Wabash Valley as an employee to inspire students the way I was inspired when I went to school here. And what I love is the sense of community that I have with my coworkers and being able to provide that to our students.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a new 2025 Ford F-150 with 0% financing or a Bronco for $499 a month on a 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a 2026 Pacifica, only $399 a month. Or lease a 26 Durango for $449 a month. See store for details. And go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Well, Mount Carmel has lost possession because of that last held ball before the start of the end of the fourth quarter, or the end of the third quarter. And Lawrenceville will get it first. They lead by 10, so that stretch where Mount Carmel had outscored Lawrenceville since the 10-0 deficit, we're back squared even. Since the 2:05 mark of the first quarter, Lawrenceville really closed that quarter well.
Yeah, they did an amazing job of just, they knocked down 2 threes. They got a steal. It was really just a few things Mount Carmel did wrong that they need to fix.
Corner three flies. That is good for the Indians. Jaden Goff hits his third three. 5 players from Lawrenceville have hit a three in the game, and Lawrenceville now by 13. That may be their largest lead of the game. Here is Acree on the right side. Aces need an answer on offense, and Acree better be careful with that forearm before he picks up his 4th foul. Keepus on the dribble. 2-1-2 the defense for Lawrenceville. Metter back to Keepus. Aces need to move quickly. They're down by 13. Keepus pulled the pivot foot and traveled.
Right now the Aces are facing an even front zone. They're going with an even front. They have 2 guards up top. Need to get a 3rd guard up top right now to try to take some pressure off, make that guy come up who's guarding the guy in the middle of the post.
And now, looking on the baseline, Paul comes in, out top Cessna. Cessna, left side, Goff. Goff falls down but keeps the dribble alive, stands up, still dribbling. And the Indians keep it alive. Cessna behind the back with a dribble, working on Keepus. Kicks it back in the corner, driving is Goff. Baseline, up, undershot, good for Lawrenceville. Their lead is now 15.
And they figured out a way that they're going to be able to score a lot against this 2-3 zone. To get into the short corner, it's going to make it hard on the Aces to defend.
Inside out, Blake can't pull the trigger, now does. That may have been deflected from the top. 3-point shot, no good. Cessna the rebound. Here's Goff the other way for 3. That's kind of a knockout punch style shot right there. Timeout taken by Mount Carmel, and Lawrenceville all of a sudden leads by 18. Timeout brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball. Back in 1 minute.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Well, back here at the Hilltop, Lawrenceville all of a sudden leads by 18 in this ball game, 49-31, 6:16 to go in the game. Kyle Buss calls a timeout. The Indians hawking with the defense now. They smell blood in the water, literally, in this game. Here is underneath Andrews. Defender flies by. Block shot from behind. Andrews didn't know he was there. Indians have it. This is Goff on the move. He stops. He kicks. Left side, Wilson driving into Andrews, who falls down. How is that not something? And now Blake the other way. He's on the move. Kicks it ahead to Andrews. Layup is good. Aces go coast to coast to stop the run.
Right now the Aces are going to have to create turnovers, run in transition, speed it up, and get back in this game.
Cessna out top. 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. Cessna, they're trying to milk the clock. They want to make Mount Carmel work defensively. They want to pull them out of the zone, which the Indians have had trouble with at times tonight. Here's Cessna between the circles, right side, Goff. The Aces and Indians, neither team has committed a foul in this fourth quarter, and getting airborne was Wilson, and they call a foul. The foul is on. There's no 11 in the
Wade
game.
Keepus.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
He had to
Well,
switch
he had to
his jersey
switch
back
uniforms.
there.
Okay. Never in my life have I seen two players have to switch uniforms in a game, but Keepus gets the foul. That I think is his second. And now Lawrenceville back to work. So Chase Wiggins is now without a jersey on the sidelines. Two Mount Carmel players had blood on their uniforms at one point in this ball game and had to switch uniforms. Here now on the drive, hand check foul as Goff was driving baseline. Brendan Bowser is in the game for the Aces, and he gets the foul. That's the second on Mount Carmel of the quarter, and Lawrenceville will trigger again from side court.
I'm just hoping we don't have a rerun of Evansville Day.
Here is the put up inside. Mikowitz gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. And that foul is on Owen Blake. That's his third.
Technically, should be a technical foul on Noah Wilson, if I remember right, but
what'd he do? I missed it.
Went and tried to put it back and ended up hanging on the rim for just a hair bit too long.
Okay. Mikowitz hits the free throw. There was only one foul on Mount Carmel in the entire first half of play. There were 7 against Lawrenceville in that half. Mikowitz hits both. 4 on Lawrenceville in total in the second half thus far. 3, 6, 8, 10 on Mount Carmel. Fortunes have reversed there. The Lawrenceville lead is back to 18, 51-33. Long pass over to Metter. Keepus looking to point directions with the Aces work it into Andrews, who's fouled. He's muscled up a shot, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul on the Indians on Goff.
And the Indians just went into what they do best when they get up in a game, is they're going to the 1-3-1. You're going to have to throw a lot of long skip passes, and they have guys sitting down low ready to steal it, and they want to go get dunk at the other end.
Andrews misses the free throw. Rhett's got 6 points tonight, all in the second half. He'll have another one here. 4:14 to go in the contest. 51-33 Lawrenceville. Free throw, Andrews, good. Elliot Acree is back in. Red Andrews checks out. For a 13-minute and 20-second stretch in this ball game, the Aces outscored Lawrenceville 27-15. But the 10-point start didn't help. Mount Carmel also had a lead in the third quarter. Here's a drive to the basket. Circus-style shot for Cessna is good. They've now outscored Mount Carmel 3-6-8-10, 12-3 in the fourth quarter. Metter had him knocked away from behind. Wilson on the drive, slam. And now a technical foul on Lawrenceville after the dunk. That one's on Noah Wilson. Coach Tad Schick will ask for the explanation and will walk to the other end to shoot free throws. And it'll be Shane Metter at the line. He'll shoot the technical shots, and then the Aces will get the basketball.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened for the technical, but.
Did he say something coming back down the court? He didn't hang on the rim. Yeah, he's kind of taunting right there, I think. Metter missed the first, but hits the second free throw, and now the Aces will get the ball at the half-court line, down 20, 55-35.
I'm guessing back down the court, it looked like he did say something to the student section, so we'll just guess that that's where the technical came from.
Mount Carmel basketball. Here is Metter in the front court. Since halftime, Lawrenceville has outscored Mount Carmel 30-15. Here on the drive, it's Blake. He kicks it back out top. Should have gone to the corner, threw it away. Here comes Goff on the drive. That's a slam. Lawrenceville by 22. Mount Carmel has run out of gas. Here is Metter in the front court. Right side, it's Keepus. And that pass is stolen away. On the drive, it's Goff. He will get it stripped from behind, end up with it back under the basket. Whistle and a foul on the Aces. That is the fourth Mount Carmel team foul of the quarter. And the foul is on Wade Keepus. On the board, they say it's his second, but I think they missed the jersey change, and so I think he's got 3. But
it looks like they just went and fixed it and got it to 3
okay.
Up there for him.
Lawrenceville inbounding underneath the basket. This is Ivers. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound Indians in traffic, pulling it up. Circus shot, no good for Mikowitz. Rebound and another Aces foul. This one will go against Owen Blake, and that's his 4th. And free throws this time for the Indians. It's Goff at the line. The first is good. Goff has had a 9-point fourth quarter. He had a 6-point first half.
He's really turned it on here in this second half, and he knocked down 2 threes, which really started the run.
Second free throw, Goff, is good, I do believe. And actually, no, that's not good, and the foul is on Mikowitz. So Goff went 1 of 2, and a rebound foul on the Indians. That's their 3rd of the quarter. Here is Belt out top for the Aces, playing out the stretch. Lawrenceville is going to keep their record perfect despite a valiant effort by the Aces. Here's Acree, baseline drive. Now Metter between 2, lost it on the way in. Lawrenceville takes it away. Now a collision nearly in the backcourt. Ball intercepted by Owen Blake. Aces the other way. Blake on the dribble. Now Belt. Back to Blake. Blake drive. Stop, pop in the paint. Good. First points of the second half for Owen Blake. Mount Carmel within 21. Aces set to clear the bench in just a bit. 2:05 left. Hopefully we've got enough jerseys down there to get everybody in the game. Here is Cessna, alley-oop slam to Goff. That will cap it for the Indians. 60-37. Subs to the bench here in the fourth quarter. Bowser fouled on the way up with a shot. And he'll shoot free throws. Now the Indians will get the subs to the bench. And Jacek Minowitz just fouled out of the game. Mikowitz is done, literally more ways than one. And platoon substitutions on both sides. It was not easy for these Indians until the last few minutes. Kyle Buss is up, has all 5 starters huddled on the sidelines, talking to them, and I'm sure he is telling them just how proud of them he was for their effort tonight. They had the Indians sweating it out in the third quarter.
Yeah, they played a really good third quarter. That second quarter was a great quarter also. It just all comes down to a very, very strong effort here from the Indians in the fourth.
Bowser missed the first free throw. He'll have one more. 6 in the quarter for the Aces. That one also no good. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 14, 16. So the Aces have been outscored by 10 here in the fourth. Bowser checks out of the game. The Aces have Lane Alkey out there along with Vance Taylor. Xavier Matcham also out there. Looking to get them all in here for you. On the right side, a jump stop here by the Indians. Blayton Gossett. Everybody's got subs in. Will Freeland is out there for the Aces. He is going to get a foul. As driving into his direction, I believe that's Winningham. Freeland gets the foul. Winningham gets the free throws. So Vance Taylor, Will Freeland, Lane Alkey, Xavier Matcham. I'm still missing one. Free throw is good for Winningham.
Elias Knapp.
There we go. Number 0 down there. Winningham is out there for Lawrenceville at the line. Cash Grove just checked in. Also in the game is Blayton Gossett. We called his name. Luke Schultz, 44, is out there. Winningham gets both free throws to go, and he'll check out as Eli Eagleson checks in. 62-37 Lawrenceville, 1:23 to play. Now Carmel with the basketball. Lawrenceville will move to 8-0. They'll be 1-0 in the Little Illini. While Carmel will drop to 3-5. They'll be 0-2 in the league. Matcham on the dribble. Now this is Alkey. Baseline drive, cut off, kicks it out. 3 flies, bang! From the top from Vance Taylor. How about that? Aces within 22. Less than a minute to go now. Left side, 3 flies. That one's no good by Lawrenceville. Aces with a rebound. Oh, what a tip to yourself by Alkey to keep possession. Now a baseline drive by Alkey. He's fouled, and Lane Alkey will go to the free throw line for 2. Applause from the Aces coaching staff on that athletic play there.
Lane Alkey also had a great JV game. I think he had, if I remember right, 15 that JV game earlier. Good to see the success translate to varsity.
Alkey misses the free throw. Isaac Venard picks up the foul for Lawrenceville. JV game was won by Mount Carmel tonight, 39-35. The freshman-sophomore game went the way of Lawrenceville. Free throw number 2, Alkey missed them both short, but the rebound, Karam's back to him. He's got it. Now it's Knapp. Back to Alkey. He'll try the 3. He just needed to step back. Did Lane Alkey. Hits the 3 ball. And Mount Carmel is within 19. 62-43, 24 seconds to play. Lawrenceville with it. It's Eagleson on the right side. And that ball is loose. Picked up by the Indians. Knocked into the backcourt. Mount Carmel's Freeland has it, and he's going to travel. Oh, my, did he do something special that will not count. But he got that ball trapped on his hip, traveled, and threw it up, and it went in, but it won't count. Come on, Mr. Official. Tuck that whistle. 6 seconds to go. Lawrenceville's going to win the game. They'll not take another shot. 62-43 the final, but I am telling you, that score does not indicate how close Mount Carmel had made this game. That's the final check of the scoreboard, brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. We'll be back with our post-game show in 2 minutes from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
We have a tendency to try to make everything into one outlet or try to plug everything we can in as your Christmas displays and your lights and stuff. Outlets are designed for generally 15 amps or less. So make sure that you don't overload those outlets. Don't try to plug more than 2 cords into them. There's only 2 spaces there for a reason. Try to make sure that you space those loads out through your house. Make sure that you don't overload individual outlets or circuits.
Welcome back to the post-game show, brought to you by Sean Morgan, Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk. Well, Mount Carmel just ran out of gas in this ball game. Lawrenceville, to their credit, just kept pushing, as good teams do, and they outscore Mount Carmel in the second half. The Aces with 23 points. The Indians finished with 39 en route to a 62-43 win.
Yeah, that fourth quarter was just very, very tough for the Aces, as Lawrenceville scored 21 in the fourth quarter. Aces only had 12, and 2 of those just came on late, slopped in threes, so really 21-6 when it comes to a true scoring effort between the two in that fourth quarter. Aces just had a really difficult time when they went to that 1-2-2 and that little bit of it looked like a 2-1-2, but they played it almost like a 1-2-1. Aces just never really attacked it with an on front. So once again, the Aces just had a little bit of trouble against that zone, being able to spread the floor, being able to make those passes, being able to get the ball in scoring positions. And really, the Lawrenceville Indians did a great job.
They certainly did. And Mount Carmel, again, I think the thing that Kyle Buss will be most proud of, for 13 minutes and 20 seconds of this game, after Lawrenceville had scored the first 10 points of the contest, the Aces outscored Lawrenceville 27-15. Ultimately, of course, the Indians add to that 10-point run they had at the start of the game, and they outscore Mount Carmel in the second half, winning at 62-43. The score will never indicate how close this game was through at least 3 quarters of play.
Yeah, didn't start the game well, didn't end the game well, but everything right there in the middle was perfect for the Aces. It was between those 2 quarters, Aces ended up as it was 14-11. They scored in the second and the third, and the Indians scored 11 and 16. So 27-25. Aces only lost those middle 2 quarters by 2 points. It was the outside 2 quarters, that first and fourth, it's really what shot them in the foot.
The Aces lost the first quarter by 8, 14-6. They lost the second quarter by 9, 21-12. How about the scoring summary in this one?
Yeah, we'll start out with the Lawrenceville Indians, as Emory Ivers had 3, then both with 5 apiece was Hunter Gray and Aiden Winningham. Hunter Gray scored all his in the first half. Aiden Winningham scored all his in the second. Then with 8 points was Xander Cessna. He hit 2 and 1 free throw in the first half, made a 3 and a 2 in the second. Then Jasek Mikowitz, he had 9 points. He was the 3rd leading scorer behind Noah Wilson. He had 13 and a couple dunks to go along with it, as along with Jaden Goff, as he had 20. He only had 9 points heading into the fourth quarter, where he scored 11 points for the Indians and had an amazing scoring outburst, and really what drove them up over the Aces to get them to win 62-43. For the Aces, though, it is Lane Alka had 3, Vance Taylor had 3. They both knocked in those threes late in the game with under a minute left in the fourth. Then with 2 points was Elliott Akery. With 7 was Rhett Andrews. He scored all those 7 in the second half. Then Owen Blake had 10. He had 8 in the first half, only 2 in the second. Had a really solid first half where he did hit 2 threes. Then leading all Aces in scoring was Shane Metter. He did an amazing job getting to the rim. Did an amazing job of creating opportunities for himself to get to the line by forcing fouls, and really just did an amazing job against a tall team where they have one starter that is even close to his height, where they have one starter under 6'3". So once again, Aces have so much to look at, to be proud of after a well-fought game against a top state-ranked team in the Lawrenceville Indians.
Well, it was interesting. We told you at the outset we pay attention from time to time. about the Massey projections, and it was interesting as we do that. I'm checking to make sure that I had this right, but Mount Carmel ultimately covers the spread projected by Massey, I do believe, here in this ball game. I think I wrote it down as 59-41. That was the projected final from Massey. Lawrenceville plus 18. And I guess we didn't cover the spread as Lawrenceville wins it by 62-43. So close to covering the spread, but what an effort by Mount Carmel in those middle quarters. And as we mentioned, Shane Metter led the way tonight with 18 points. Jaden Goff 20, and he had 6 at halftime, 14 points in the second half. Kyle Buss is on his way up here. We'll talk with the coach here on the Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk, Sean Morgan, postgame show. Before we bid adieu, the Aces will be back on the road on Tuesday. They'll take on the Florida Wolves in the next contest. Here is KB, the coach of the Golden Aces. We said at the outset you wanted to keep this game close, and I think you had Lawrenceville sweating in the third quarter. Here's the stat of the night. I kept track for 13 minutes and 20 seconds from the 2:05 mark of the first quarter to the 4:45 mark of the third. We outscored Lawrenceville by 12, 27-15.
Sheesh. Yeah, I'm so proud of our guys for how hard they fought. I feel like I'm a broken record, but Lawrenceville, I told them before the game, Lawrenceville's got more skill than us. That's just I'm completely honest with these guys. They got more skill than us, but that doesn't mean they're going to come in our house and play harder than us and get loose balls and things like that. So just super hard of how hard they fought. We got down 10-0. I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. But those kids battled back. They executed stuff that we've put in a day or two ago. Some great looks, slipping screens like we had just talked about. So just super proud of how well we executed for most of the game.
Yeah, just a couple of stretch runs for Lawrenceville, a 10-0 start, and then a 21-12 fourth quarter kind of really pulled them away. But I think everybody that was here in this gym for this game would say 62-43 is not at all indicative of how close this game was, due to the toughness and the want to for your team.
Definitely. I think we took the lead there, 27-26.
Third quarter.
Late in the third quarter, middle of the third quarter. But playing a team like Lawrenceville, they just got so many different weapons, so many different guys that can go. I think the Cessna kid got some big steals and some layups. They hit a couple threes, and then the dunk show that happened there in the fourth quarter. But, I talked to our guys. I said, we played some pretty high-level basketball against a high-level team, and I'll take complete blame for not having our guys in good enough shape to finish a four-quarter game like that, because I feel like we got to the end of the third quarter, and then most of the fourth quarter, our guys were just gassed. We ran it and we trapped these guys, and a lot of people don't do that against a really good team, but we went and trapped them and got quite a few turnovers off of it, and I just think we ran our guys kind of into the ground. So whether it's subbing more or just conditioning a little bit more in practice, we got to find a way to play a 32-minute ball game.
Well, and I think that the message that this sends to your team is that the rest of the way through, if you project Lawrenceville to win the conference, as many do, you can compete with anybody, and you just proved it here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, they're the best team in the conference, one of the best teams in the state in 1A, and we battled with them for most of the game. I know it got a little out of whack there in the fourth, but I think our guys are starting to believe a little bit more. I would say in the first couple weeks, running into T-Town and losing the way we did against them, I think a lot of them maybe fell back into, oh man, we're not very good. Here we go again, 6 or 7 win season. But they've really bought into the stuff we've been doing the last couple weeks. We've turned defensive rebounding into not as big of a weakness. I think, again, we gave up a few tonight, but it doesn't feel like it's a glaring hole like it did in the Marshall game and games prior to that. So we're fixing some things. It's going to take some time to get it all together, but we're definitely, finding some weaknesses and trying to turn them into some strengths.
Well, they say you can never be too high after a win, too low after a loss, but I think you got to feel a little high after the performance tonight in the loss, because this team battled, and that speaks to what's to come.
Sure, and that's what I told them in the locker room. I said, I want I want it to be clear, there's two things that happened tonight. We can be very proud of our effort, but I never want to be satisfied with losing. So that's got to be something that I hope they're happy with how hard they played, but they're upset that they lost. Because again, when we go out and take the court, I hope they understand that they have the ability to win every game. And I think we're trying to instill that in practices and on the bench and in games. So, you know, again, great effort by our guys, but again, we've got to find a way to finish there in the fourth quarter.
It may have been what you said in the huddle, but I don't ever ask this, but I saw you huddle up with your starters after you took them out at the end of the game. What did you tell them down here before you left the court?
I said that effort and that type of basketball for 3 quarters, we can work with that. We can do a lot of special things with the way we played there for 3 quarters. So just keep believing. You know, our mantra is together we attack. So stay together. You know, Dean Belt had a great game 2 games ago and last game, and then tonight it was Wade Keepus. It was his time to get in there, and he did a great job just being scrappy, getting his hands on balls. So I just told him, you know, Elias Knapp a couple weeks ago at the Capital Classic had a great turn. So it could be anybody on any given night, so everyone's just got to be ready to have their number called. And, you know, like I said, together, us aces together, we are going to attack.
Well, that's what the Aces have done and will continue to do. And next up, it's Flora on the road next week.
Yep, it's a tough place to play. I think they just played a close game with Fairfield earlier this week. I think it was a 4 or 5 point game, and we're familiar with Fairfield from playing them at the Capital Classic. It's a subsectional team. I think that just came out tonight or today. So it's a team for, you know, regional seeding purposes. It's always a big game for us. So, like I said, it's a very hard place to play, but we're going to have to, you know, turn the page, get ready for them this weekend, and get back to work next week.
Flora playing in against Carmi at home tonight, 163-40. Carmi struggling this year, but they can put some points up in that gym. So go get them on Tuesday.
Yep, back to work.
All right,
thanks.
Kyle
Go
Buss,
Aces.
Aces coach, got to be pleased as much as you can be with a loss here tonight. That's going to do it for us, for Max Gerlach, for our entire crew. We appreciate you joining us. Mount Carmel, 62-43. They fall to Lawrenceville here tonight. A valiant effort for the Golden Aces. Now from all of us from the Hilltop, good night. Thank you.